Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Wednesday, March 25th, 2026. And today I want to talk about why are you late? And it's a little subject that kind of it's just something I came across. And it stems from a conversation online with a fellow that talked about this particular post. He writes, this morning at 4:41 a.m., I was stopped at a red light on my way to the gym. No cars, no people, and no reason to wait, except the choice to do the right thing. For a moment, I thought about running the red light. I was late for my 5 a.m. class. No one would know, no camera, but then it hit me. The real test of character is what you do when no one is watching. That moment took me back to when I first came to Canada. I had plans. I was trained as a geologist, ready to build my career, but life had other ideas. Instead, I found myself working in a call center, answering customer calls every day. It wasn't what I imagined, but I gave it everything I had. It's good. Because deep down I knew leadership isn't built when you have a title. It's built in the quiet moments when you choose excellence without recognition. The best time to build resilience, practice discipline, be honest, choose kindness, develop patience, and lead is when there's no spotlight, no applause, and no audience, just you. Be your best even when no one is watching, because that's who you really become. This post is a good one, largely because I see Dennis post his photo here of that red light. Should I drive through? I'm late. And this is a picture of him, working in the call center. And this is him now, celebrating the achievements that he has reached in life. This is great. So I thought, I asked the question, how much rest are you getting? He responds, quite a bit. Laugh out loud. And my response is, then your quality of rest may not be at what it needs to be. Because if you are late for your class, that indicates to me that your body will naturally want to rest more and sacrifice something that the mind doesn't like as much. And my comment was not to be rude of any sort of imagination. It's reality. Because we all come into situations where we want something more over something else. It's just natural. So in Dennis's case, he wanted more rest. Is he sacrificing something by being late? Yeah, he did. He made a choice. Who's the one that suffers? Only him. Nobody else. Because if he paid for a gym class, he's paid for it. Right? So what is the easiest thing to sacrifice? Your time or something. Or he wanted more rest. His body needed it. Is that a bad thing? No. Rest is important in the grand scheme of things. You need to have it. But my point is, the things that people sacrifice usually are the ones that are easiest to sacrifice. And when you can fall into a trap essentially, by sacrificing too much. And when that happens, then usually there's an outcome that you don't want. Pants fit too tightly, the shirt, the blouse, you know, bras are uncomfortable, you know, like all kinds of reasons, you know, both for both men and women, they're both equally the same. You know, it's it's a constant battle when it comes to managing this, and how you go about making those choices will ultimately affect, you know, the result in your longevity as well, because it directly correlates to that. So stay focused, stay consistent with the things that you choose to do. I'm choosing to drink the cleanest and most absorbable water. Does it help me with the amount of rest or the quality of rest that I'm giving myself? It sure does. It does. I also choose to incorporate the X39 and the X49, and what that does is also increase the my body's rate of recovery. So when it comes to needing to wake up at the wee hours in the morning, if I go to bed late, that's my fault. Nobody else's. Mine. But if I'm late for work, whose fault is that? Mine. Are you going to be late for work? Probably never. Unless you get into an accident of sorts that happens, and then, you know, like life can cause things, you know. Power goes out, your alarm clock doesn't turn on, you know, like stupid things like that. But when it comes to being late for a gym class, that was possibly intentional. So, you know, don't sacrifice on the things that are meaningful to you, that actually help you with things. Sometimes the mind doesn't like those things, but you know, it's a way of finding a way to get through it. That's the important piece. So, without further ado, that's my spiel today. If you haven't already, you know, take a look at that. That'll take you to the X39. But if you want to see the bundled price option, click on the description, or click on the link in the description, and have a peek. You might be worth time. Might be your time to try it. I'm telling you, if you want to feel the benefits or experience the benefits, they're pretty strong. I don't have issue waking up at, you know, wee hours in the morning. I did it for many, many years. But now that I'm older, I still don't have issue. I wake up sharp, ready. And when you go to bed at a consistent time, your body naturally will be tired and you sleep better as well. So if your quality of sleep is not that good, perhaps taking a stab at the X39, you might be pleasantly surprised how it makes you sleep better. Not only that, resets and regenerates those thousands of DNA genes that have strong therapeutic effects in the body. Something not to be played around with. But you can reap the benefits. So with that, it is workout day today. It's leg day. And I forgot to update this here, so I'm just going to clear that out. But with the legs, I'm going to do quad extensions. And this variation is going to be very similar to what you can see. So you can see here, heart rate monitor is working. But anyhow, back to my point about the quad extensions. The variation I'm going to do is gonna mimic what I've seen with exercise ball, and there's some interesting results that you can get from that. But first and foremost, I'm going to do the 9-minute warm-up, which I'm going to take the rope here, set the metronome at 144 for a tempo. So that's the pace I'm going to skip at. And let's begin. 9 minutes. And I am wearing the X39 and the X49 today. So yesterday was push exercises, and as I'm crossing the rope, I can feel the fibers that I worked yesterday. They're reminding me of the effort I put in, which is good. I tried the double under crisscross, and the rope slapped the back of my leg. Ouch. So, when the screen turns red for the next section, the next portion of this warm-up, so that's where we're going to do 8 double unders, and then 8 running step, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8 double unders, and rotate back and forth to the end. All right, you ready? All right, so first exercise, I said is going to be quad extensions. What I will also do is add, straps. I'm going to put ankle straps around my ankles. So to do that, I'm going to take my shoes off, just slide the ankle strap like this. I'll only undo the Velcro. I'm frugal. So I want those Velcro to last a long time. So and speaking of frugal, you could probably see my sock here because the tongue of my shoe is so that's 2 minutes. My heart rate has recovered nicely. I'm going to change the tempo down here to 60 beats per minute to help with counting reps and duration of the rep. So different tempos allow for targeting either type 1 or type 2 muscle fibers. So to start off with, I'm going to take the I'm going to use black bands here. So I'm going to attach them to this anchor point right here, and then so basically what I want to do is quad extension curl. I'm going to take this here, I'll put this on the floor to make it a little bit more comfortable so it don't slide. Now, okay, I think somewhere about there. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. So the goal today is to place the knees here. And to extend, this is not very comfortable. Just extend the knees forward like that. That's all. Simple, easy, and straightforward. And if I can only be more prepared to have there we go. So by doing this way, there's stretch on the band right here, pulling the muscle. So essentially, I should fix this here. By taking the step-up board and lying on that to raise my torso off the ground, makes it a little bit more comfortable. I can feel the psoas getting involved as well, which is good. Wow. This is pretty uncomfortable, surprisingly. In a good way, though. It certainly works. This works the lower abdominal too, surprisingly. Well, because in order to fire the quads, I have to squeeze the lower abdominal. Gosh. All right. That's good. Wow. Okay. Next one is the squat TKEs. So that's where I'm going to take. I'm going to leave this here, the bands, and the TKE is going to work the latter part of the quads. So I'm going to take this guy here, use my jig, along with, okay, I'll use purple bands, and I just realized that my anchors are on the ceiling, so I'm going to switch to using rolling on me. Come on. There we go. So I'm using the door stops, which I have, you see here, and I will do it backwards like this, then behind. Okay, really? So because the quad extension was working the beginning of the strap, or the beginning of the range of movement, now I'm going to work the ladder. Wow. Pulling me off, which I didn't expect. So I just realized that I'm using heavier weights for the TKE. That's why it's pulling me forward. Normally I don't use this heavy weight, but because I used it for the quad extension, it's probably a good thing. Burning. fix that for next time. I think I know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do to fix that. Alright. Okay. Next up is going to be hamstring curls. So that's where I'm going to take these bands off, and I'm going to switch to, I'll use these blue ones here. So that's where I'm going to take now. This here is going to work more of the hamstring at when this quad is fully extended. So we're going to take this here like this, step it a little forward. What time is it? Okay, doing good. Curl it this way forward. So focusing on the hamstring primarily here. Whereas the next exercise, the ball bridge, will be focusing more on the glutes and involving the hamstring at the very beginning of the rep, right here, like this. So hamstrings here are getting worked more on the end of its movement with this variation. Next exercise will be at the beginning of the hamstring movement. Okay. Can add a push-up here to make this more of an isometric hold. Oh wow. So this really works the hamstring, or the hamstrings, should I say. Now trying to curl it up like you would a bicep curl to strengthen that hamstring. Gosh, oh wow. It's a lot of discomfort, but for only a short period of time, 3 minutes, which is enough. Using adequate resistance, you make the muscle do the work. And I could only curl it up, flex that hamstring so many times. And I keep trying to hit that hamstring. So next up is the ball bridges. So that's where I'm going to take the vibration plate, turn it this way here, and use the exercise ball. This one's fully inflated. And I'm going to take a 15-pound weight. Okay. I don't know where the remote is over there. Alright, so my butt's going to just barely touch the vibration plate. Take the weight like this, and now hold the weight, lift it off the ground with your hips. And then you can curl as well with the weight, but it removes the vibration because the ball is moving towards the center of the vibration plate. So here I have it on the farthest point where the amplitude is the strongest. So you can tell how much my legs are bouncing back and forth. So here I'm holding the weight up and activating the glutes all the way through. So they are doing the work. So if you increase the weight like this, you can. But now I'm bending the knees to activate more of the hamstring. And as soon as you do that, you can feel it. You should be able to feel it. When you bend the knees, bringing the knees, feet closer towards your butt, holding that weight up. This requires an equal amount of strength. I can feel the hamstring. It's telling me, you're making me work. Because I can feel the discomfort. When you keep the knees bent a little bit, then the hamstrings get involved, as well as the glutes. They pull together throughout, activating the entire posterior chain. And it even goes down to the calves a little bit too. So if you're feeling burn in the calves, that's good. I like to place my heels on the ball like you see, to put more emphasis on the hamstring and the glutes. Oh, this is pretty uncomfortable. All right, that's good. Next up is the tibia. So that's where I have the band set previously for the hamstring curl. I'm going to take the vibration plate, turn it perpendicular to the wall again. Now, I just realized I'm going to take these guys here just to speed up the time. And because it's faster to do this and anchor them onto my shoe. All right, that's what I'm going to do. So like this, and then you're going to work the tibia. There we go. So pointing the toes. What you hear is the ankle straps that are here. Take that out. So by doing this here, really targeting the tibia, which is a very strong but stubborn muscle. It takes a lot. It's a really dense muscle. So to get it, you got to really focus the time under attention. So here I'm pointing my toes as if I'm standing on my tippy toes, and now curling it back like I'm doing a bicep curl. Pulling it. Now I'm a ballerina, curling it back. Pulling it all the way up. My toes are off the ground, essentially. Release. Would this correlate into being able to run faster? Jump higher? I think so. Since I've started doing this, I've noticed a difference in my skipping. Relaxing slowly. Now I'm just about a tippy toe point. Alright, next up is going to be calf raises. So, that's where I'm going to reintroduce this guy here. And okay. So by having It certainly puts a lot of discomfort into the calf muscles. All right, so quick debrief here into Untitled Chapter today. Just going to switch the screens so you can see here today's date stamp. Ah, come on. Really? March 25th, 2026. Starting time at 2:58 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Maximum heart rate, I got into 207 for 2 seconds. So you can see here, this heart rate zone is there from 207 to 218 for 2 seconds. Whereas this heart rate zone of 185 to 205 for 2 minutes and 14. So I was in that heart rate zone for that long. And then you can see here, so, and then my recovery at the end of the 9.5 or 6.5 minutes. 9.5 minutes. All right, so I'm as real as a heart attack, and I'm powering my body with the best, which is you see the X49, which I will take out. I'm done. And then also the X39 right there. So combining the two activates the process of photobiomodulation inside your body and experience the benefits, as you see right here. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. Bye.